I have no Facebook.
Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Well, welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I have a special announcement to make about an event coming up for brokers, realtors, and aspiring real estate professionals. This is going to be an educational and networking event that is free, and it's going to be at the Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce, April 28th at 8:30 in the morning. So seating is limited even though it's free, so we would love for you to sign up. So we have a spot for you and breakfast. So you go to www.yourhomeinspections.net/event to sign up. We're going to learn more about this event in just a little bit. Treasure Coast Connector, the show, puts a spotlight on business owners because everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do. When we learn about them and do business, it strengthens our local economy. So the real estate market is hot. It's going to stay hot for the rest of 2022 as they project. So having professionals is more important than ever to ensure a smooth transaction on the buyer and seller sides. Joining me in the studio today are two women that are here to help with that. Debbie Goodman Venturina, she's the prettier half of Your Home Inspections, and she's been on this show many times before, also as a guest host. And Sally Wagner is here, and she has two businesses. One is a real estate school, and that is, and I want to make sure I get this right, Prosperity Learning Group. And she also has Intentional Life Coaching. She's a licensed attorney. She's a published author, and she has been mentioned. Many major news outlets have featured her and her business, Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS, and more. So welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, yes, I know it's wonderful to have. I know it's really great. I'm so excited that, management is in talks with you for perhaps a show host, but should I even mention that?
No,
I'm just kidding. I just love to tease her. So, but before we talk about this wonderful educational real estate event, I want to learn a little bit more. I want everybody, rather, to learn more about what you do. So, Sally, we're going to start with you first because I had to read from my notes because you have a lot of moving parts in your world of business. But what made you want to become a realtor and then morph not only into a broker, but there's not just 250 like I thought. I left off a zero. 2,500 brokers are in your world. What made you want to build all of that?
So when I was in law school many years ago, of course, I took required classes in real estate, and it was interesting to me. And then I took a couple more classes in real estate, and it was interesting to me. My first job out of law school was with a firm in Kansas City, Missouri, and it was primarily real estate. So it just kind of seemed to evolve that way. And then I spent most of the rest of my career in the corporate world in real estate and business-related matters. So when I struck out on my own, I saw a piece that was missing from the real estate puzzle.
Okay.
And that was compliance review. So I started my own business to do that. Then I joined forces with somebody else who was doing broker support for multiple brokerages.
Okay.
And we have since grown, and now we are in multiple offices across Florida representing over 2,500 agents.
Wow, that is like amazing. So that's why I was so glad to have you back not only on this show, but to be part of this event.
So exciting.
I know, it's wonderful. So now, Debbie, and I joke around that you are the prettier half, but Dwayne, your husband, Dwayne Goodman, Venturina, I do that all the time. If I had a nickel for every time, I could retire. But all kidding aside, so he is the one that is licensed and he does the inspections, but
Right.
you work right alongside with him. And so what made him and you want to start your home inspections?
Well, Dwayne's been in the apartment maintenance field and construction field for almost 30 years. And he's on a property when a HUD inspector will come in or the city inspector will come in. And he thought, that's what I want to do. So when we moved back to Florida in 2013, he went to school to be a home inspector. And that's been his passion ever since.
Very good. So it's transferable skills.
It is, absolutely.
Very, very nice. Okay, so now, and I wanted to say also that you're also known as the tour guide extraordinaire.
I am for
Yeah.
Treasure Coast Culinary Tours.
Yeah, very, very good. And you know that actually makes really good gifts for the brokers and the real estate agents to give to clients at closings. I'm just saying.
Well, it shows them the community.
Yeah, it's really brilliant, and
Right.
and the people that get that, they love it. They have so much fun. Okay, so now I do have to read this because there's so much going on here. All right, so we've always had cycles in the real estate market, highs and lows, right? And so in 2004 to 2007, that crash, right? That was a whole different story. But the thing is that we're not in a bubble. That's what they're saying is good. But there's so much going on, and the market is so hot that some people are being like priced out almost, and there's a lot of cash buyers. So Sally, what do you think would be good, like a pearl of wisdom for maybe some new, real estate agents to utilize in this market, and then also a pearl of wisdom for a buyer and a seller and a homeowner or somebody looking to buy?
Yeah, so as somebody looking to buy, I think you need to understand that there isn't much negotiating down. What the listing price is pretty much what they want. And many times there are multiple offer situations, and the ultimate winner is going to end up paying more than the list price. So buyers should be aware of that. Sellers are very aware of that in the market.
Oh, yes.
And agents who are representing buyers should have those conversations up front. That's one of the big things I try to convey to people, communication. Let people know, so you set the expectations up front, and perhaps you can minimize the frustration that people are going to feel with the process.
Yeah, that is true. Instead of just taking them out, I think it's hard for some very new, realtors and real estate agents. They get their license, they're so excited, but this is a tricky time for them, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
So it's nice that they have people like you, to kind of mentor them, And and now Debbie, when it comes to, and we were talking about this in the car, is the home inspection is a critical part of the process too. So do you have any advice for, let's say, a home buyer when it comes to the home inspection process?
Definitely have a home inspection, even if you're paying cash. I think you need a home inspection.
Okay.
Talk to your inspector. He'll go through the house top to bottom. Make sure your inspector is licensed and insured.
Okay.
And he works for you. Your inspector has to work for you. We were talking about that earlier. He doesn't just go in and give you a list of things that are wrong in a house that you can go back and negotiate. This is to give you the overview of what you're looking at.
Yeah. Now, you know what I just thought of is if somebody has a house that they've been in for decades, and they've done their maintenance and things like that, before they put their house on the market, do you advise them to do their own inspection just in case?
Absolutely.
Yeah, is that a smart thing to do?
It's a very smart thing to do.
Okay.
So you know what you're looking at, and before, you even work with a realtor or, an appraiser on your end, you know the condition of your house.
Yeah.
You know what possibly needs to be fixed before you even put it on the market. Or if you're putting it as is, you have to understand your pricing. So by having a home inspection, it gives you, again, that overview of what you're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what's coming up on the 28th? Of course, you guys know. They don't know, the listeners and watchers, but what I loved was when I helped you with your website.
Right.
You said to me that, I've been out, of being out in the field because COVID, we're now getting out and about, but you were out, nobody was networking. And
No,
you
not
used
at
to do a
all.
lot of networking.
Absolutely.
And your husband was more of the driving force, of the business, but you've really stepped up now. And you said that I need to meet realtors and brokers and
Real
insurance
estate professionals.
Yeah.
Because I want to build relationships in the community. I don't want to just go in with a bunch of cards and say, refer us. Not that that's not nice, but I want to work with people, And unfortunately, for a home inspector, we don't have a lot of repeat business, or, you buy your home, you're not going to buy another home for a while.
Sure.
And unless it's a vacation home, or so
or
it's
you're an investor.
An investor, right? So it's a lot of referral and word of mouth. It's one and done in our industry.
Yeah.
So, we need to get the assistance of the real estate professional to get us out there, so that's what I'm looking to do. So you built us a great new website, and we revamped our business, and I didn't know how to go about meeting them except for pounding the pavement, which I do, and networking. I wanted to put together an event that would give them something and not just for me to take away. And when I said, what can we do?
Yeah.
You had that chocolate peanut butter moment.
Yeah. And we're going to talk more about what this event is, because Cindy she's forcing me to take a break, but we want to chat.
Why?
But we're gonna take a break because our sponsors are very important. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Dr. Stephen Tate offers the safest and most efficient technique for customized cataract surgery. Patients are personally counseled on the best approach for their needs and lifestyle. From multifocal lenses that allow for distance and reading vision to toric lenses that correct astigmatism, let New Vision Eye Center guide you safely through your options. For world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast, visit newvisioneyecenter.com.
If you've got a job to do, call Workhorse. We can remodel your whole home, your bathroom, your kitchen, or even just put a fresh coat of paint on whatever you need. We're not handyman, we're licensed and insured contractors. Find us on Facebook, Workhorse Residential Contractor.
It's heavy on your mind. Does buying a home now make the most sense? Let's talk about it. I'm Chris Nolan from the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. I'll consult you for free and formulate a roadmap to home ownership. No commitment necessary. Visit nolanshow.com.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal Upholstery, Four Seasons, and Capri. At Sunshine Furniture, we have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. Right now, we have selected groups marked down for our spring clearance, and also all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I've been chatting with Sally Wagner of Prosperity Learning Group and Debbie Goodman Venturina of Your Home Inspections. I got that down, and it's intentional life coaching. And we've been talking about this event. And so here in Vero Beach, we love our networking events. We actually are I think we're a very friendly town, I think, in the business community. We love to support each other. But you hear things like, you know, I don't want to just go for networking. If they hear about like an event, what type of event they want to know. And so that's why I think it was really nice for you to say that I want this to be like a learning situation
Absolutely.
as well. And so, Sally, I thought of you and I called her and I was like,
So excited.
I was on the phone, so excited. I was just and I was like, she's not going to say no to me. She's not, right? But all kidding aside, I knew that you were the right person for this.
Absolutely.
Because the brokers, okay, regardless of where you are, the brokers want the best for their agents. The more listings, the more closings, everybody wins.
The more revenue.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
And so it's all about business development. And so with, like, let's say we were talking about the 80-20 rule, you know, and so out of the 80% of their brokers, who a lot of them are new and they're just starting out, or some of them are building some traction and they're diamonds in the rough. And so you, with your background, you've been in their shoes. You get your license, and what's next, you know, and then you have to figure it out and make it happen. And not only did you do that, but you really thrived with what you built. So that's why I thought you would be like the perfect person to come in for pearls of wisdom. So can you share with us, for the people that are listening that might want to attend, like what they can expect on Thursday, the 28th of April at 8:30 in the morning at Vero Beach Chamber of Commerce? Yeah, please
With
do.
breakfast.
Yes, with breakfast, bagel and a shmia, cup of coffee, pastries. It's going to be great.
Free of charge.
Free of charge. So tell us about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a couple of different tracks we're going to take.
Okay.
First, I'm just going to give 2 or 3 tips on how to approach the whole business, you know, for somebody who's new to the business.
Okay.
And the first tip is treat it like a business. It's not a hobby, right? If you want a hobby, go gardening or something.
Yeah.
But don't treat real estate as a hobby.
Okay.
It really is a business. And so there are certain things that you want to do when you treat it as a business.
Yeah.
You want to have a business plan. You want to, all of those kinds of things. And so we'll talk a little bit about that.
You're going to go in depth into these things.
Yeah.
I think that it's worth noting that people should bring, you know, if they don't want to write notes in their phone with their thumbs, to bring some paper and a pen with them, because you're going to be really giving some great information.
Right.
The other thing that, you know, while it's wonderful to focus on people that are new or mid-stage of their career, the 20%, the broker, the agents, the realtors that are killing it, okay? I'm a lifelong learner type of a person. So you also, with your success, I think that there's going to be pearls of wisdom for them too. So I think they should attend, right?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
in my broker and compliance consulting business, we average about 600 transactions a week. Over $6 billion in sales volume annually. Now, fortunately, I don't touch
I'm
each
sorry,
of those.
6 what?
Billion.
Oh, okay. I didn't not hear that. I heard it correctly. Good. Oh, wow.
So I don't touch each of those transactions, but I touch enough of them to know what trends there are. And we kind of keep track of that. And we keep a list of the top 10, top 12-ish.
Okay.
We call it the broker's dozen. And so those kinds of things of, just things to be careful about. One thing is communication, which I already mentioned. When you have good communication, that goes a long way toward making a transaction go smoothly. And you can have those skills at the beginning of your career. You can have those skills when you're 30 years into your career, or sometimes people don't have those skills even after decades of being in the business. So that's a good thing to keep in mind.
Very good. Yeah. So what we're going to do, the whole aim for this is people are going to arrive at 8:30, and we're going to have some time to network, and they can have, something to eat. And I think the realtors in the room, because this particular event, and you're going to probably do other events that are going to bring in other types of people, But this is, for the brokers, for the realtors, aspiring real estate professionals. And even if they're within other agencies, I hear all the time, and I see it when I network, that there's a lot of, like relationship building. They need to connect with each other. So this is another thing that we're doing. But it's going to be over by 10:30. People have got to get on with their day. So it's we're just going to get in, we're going to eat, we're going to network, listen to some great information, and then we're going to go, about our day.
And then we have prizes.
Yeah, so that's another thing we're working on, actually. So I don't have anything to say at this moment, but we are going to get from local, businesses that service the real estate industry some nice prizes to raffle off.
Absolutely.
And all you need to do is bring a business card,
That's it.
Because you need that for your networking. Or if you don't have a business card, you grab someone else's, cross it out, write your name on the back, and then we'll just draw. And we're going to have some nice prizes to give away. Okay, so there was something else that I wanted to make sure that, I talked about the 80-20. You know what I wanted to ask you? I'm going to circle back to the inspection thing. This whole roof situation.
Well, you just went through it. That's why.
I did. And my roof is not that old, and there's no leaks or anything. I'm the type of gal that I stay on top of things.
Right.
But my insurance company, I never made a claim, and they said, sorry, so I got another agency. It only went up by $200.
Right.
Thank you to Dwayne, because I honestly wasn't sure if I would have to get a full-on inspection. So
you thought you were going to have to buy a whole new roof to get insurance.
Yeah.
And that's a crazy thing that's going on. When you get a new roof, a lot of times they can be certified for 30 to 50 years.
Okay.
What we're finding is a lot of times the insurance companies, the underwriters, not your agent, but the underwriters are saying, we need the condition, we need pictures, we need an inspection, 10 years out. Okay, so there are different inspections. Obviously, there's a roof inspection. And if you have a relatively new roof, like you only had a roof that was 10 years old, you would have only needed a roof inspection.
Right.
There's always the wind mitigation. And that's really, it's roof, and it's every door opening, windows, and your garage door.
Okay.
Then there's the 4-point inspection. And if your house is more than 30 years old, a lot of times they'll ask you for a 4-point inspection, which is plumbing, electrical, mechanical, and roof. So there's different stages of inspection.
Good. And there's different prices. So I just wanted people to be aware that they might not have to go through the whole thing. And we have 2 minutes. I can't believe how fast this goes.
I know.
So what I want to do, Sally, I want to make sure that everybody talks about how to connect. So how do people connect with you if they, need to get licensed or continuing education and the coaching that you do? How do they connect with you?
So my real estate school, the website is prosperitylearninggroup.com.
Okay.
And for my coaching, Sally Wagner, it's SALLIE, Wagner.com. Okay,
very good. Excellent. And Debbie, very quickly.
yourhomeinspections.net. And for the event, it's yourhomeinspections.net /event.
Very good. Okay.
And the number is 772-985-9114. And if you have questions and you're not ready to do an inspection, feel free to call.
Okay. All right. Very good. So I am looking forward, Sally, and I know we actually have some growing excitement and traction.
Yes.
There's another gentleman who is transitioning, and he's a successful guy in everything he does, and he can't wait to meet you because he knows what you've achieved. So he just wants to pick your brain, and that's another thing that people get to do at this event as well.
Absolutely.
And we didn't even talk about the success stories that you've had with your clients, and we can't do that yet, but we're going to do that at the event. And we have a few seconds left, so I just want to say to everyone that's listening and watching, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. Until next week, I miss you already.